gamers, I am back. I'm literally back from Germany, from the LAN event that I attended to over the past couple of days with Wham and herself. We went on a little trip. Spoilers, got second place. So usually I like to make videos for every match, but because all of my matches were streamed, and there's some matches that I casted at the Garrison event, I asked them for permission to upload my YouTube channel. They said it's fine. So I wouldn't like analyze those games too, and then you see the cast. I'm just gonna make one video for the whole event, discussing my experience, results, and everything else. Let's get into it. So initially when we started, or you know, when we were talking about going, it was supposed to be like a lot smaller than initially was. I think it was supposed to be like a $4,000 or $5,000 LAN, or actually it was supposed to be even smaller. I think it was supposed to be $2,000 LAN, and then people donated, and by the time I decided to go, it was like 4 or 5K. And then as we started going, it was like 7K prize pool. So it kind of just kept on increasing and increasing and increasing. So this was primarily an AOE2 event. So yeah, it was an AOE2 event. It was a $40,000 AOE2 event, but then in the end they decided to have like an amateur AOE4 on the side. But because people kept donating money, it kind of turned into like a tournament, right? So yeah. So we went there. It was in Hamburg. It was an Experian venue. The venue was nice. You know, don't really have any complaints. Like obviously we had like smaller stage and smaller area, but we were not the main event, so that makes sense. Met a bunch of people that I knew from before. Met some new people. Obviously met and talked with a lot of AOE2 guys. Some of the AOE2 pros. I always say this, but AOE2 guys are super nice, like the pro players. They always ask about AOE4. They always ask how's it going, what's the meta in the game, because they all played it, you know. I talked a little bit with Hera, Viper. I talked with ACM. I didn't get to talk to Leary. Actually, I talked to Leary a bit. I talked to Tato, and then they had a couple of players that I don't really know. I think it was Hart and another guy who's apparently new on the block, so I didn't really know them. So yeah, I haven't talked to them much. I talked with their, you know, casters. Dave was there, T90, Nilly was there, so on and so forth. And obviously, you know, I'm not gonna name every AOE4 person, but yeah, AOE4 people were there, and I hung out with them and talked with them. And yeah, overall it was a cool event. I think going to an event every once in a while is pretty nice. You get to hang out with people. You know, talk to the people you share the same passion for games with, talk about the future of the games. Dave is awesome. Actually, yeah. Dave is super nice. So yeah, that's kind of how that went. So Marika booked us a hotel like a while back in case we go, and then we ended up going. But so she thought this was like some kind of, I mean, she thought it was a good hotel, and the hotel was okay, nothing wrong with it. But it was like a super, like, I don't know how to describe it, like fucking hippie, modern hotel. Like, I'm 34 and I felt like I'm too old for this. You know what I mean? Like, I need I'm too old for this. You know, it was very hip. So the hotel was fine, but then it's like, it's all about like saving space and like weird shapes, kind of angle. You know what I mean? And then it's like we go to a hotel room and there's like there's no glass, there's no like cupboards where you can put stuff. You know, this is not like basic shit isn't there, and it's like, okay, cool. But yeah, it was a fine hotel. It was good. It was just funny. And we kind of missed out because we apparently had free coffee in the lobby every morning, and they had one of those like fancy coffee machines. You could take like 30 different coffees. And we only drank it the last day, and then we were like, because there's a takeout coffees, and we were like, why didn't we do this from the start? But yeah, I gotta say, Marika will, she's working right now, but she will attest to this. The German efficiency is over. I am sorry, but I have seen a lot of German inefficiency. A lot of things that don't make sense, a lot of kind of around, even Google Maps was inefficient. Like, it would tell me to go the wrong way, and I'm like, I can just cut through here. So German inefficiency from here on out. No more efficiency. Thank you. I don't believe in it anymore. It's out. But yeah, so it was, the venue to hotel was about 10-minute walk. So we kind of, you know, just woke up, got ready, went to the hotel, or to the venue, sorry. Went to the venue, and yeah, we would just hang out with people there. I had my own PC. So initially I was supposed to stream every, by the way, we will do games as well. Just I'm yapping about the whole event. I'm trying to cover everything, you know. It was very cold. So when we left Serbia, it was like 18 degrees, and we arrived there, it was like 2 degrees, and we're like, we just got over this in Serbia, now we're back at it. And now we're back in Serbia, and it's same temperature, but it's about to get warm again. So that's nice. So yeah, we'd walk to the venue every day. So I was supposed to have, or I had a streaming PC for me there to stream from. But then, and I was supposed to do some IRL streaming, but then they asked me if they can basically stream the event on my channel. Like restream it. And I was like, yeah, sure, because it would help people to watch the event, to get to know about the event, because a lot of you guys just watch my stream, and you know, that's fine. So they were like, can we restream it? I was like, yeah, sure. That's kind of what we did for the past like 3 days, and I didn't really stream because, well, my stream was basically streaming the event, and the stream was live 8-9 hours a day, and I, you know, thank you guys for tuning in and getting that ad revenue in while I'm not home, you know what I mean? Fucking love that. Love money. You know what I mean? So, hope you guys enjoyed the stream as well. Now, regarding the event itself, there was some technical difficulties. You know, there was some delays and stuff, but I feel like that happens in every event. It's just normal. Like, I wouldn't really take it a negative way or something like that. So yeah, the people in AOE4, I mean, they were super nice. There's a bunch of people I met for the first time. Obviously, Demu, I know from like probably 13 years ago at this point, like from StarCraft. I'm gonna try to see all the players so I don't forget anyone. There was a lot of German guys there. Crackety was there. Lash was there. Then the main event players. I met Mirren for the first time. Chad, Voldemort. I met before. I don't know why I thought about it. He was in Serbia. I met before. Meow, I met for the first time. He keeps to himself. Let's go with that. CSO wasn't there. Met Louis for the first time. I didn't know that Louis on Bilibili doesn't stream with a webcam, which was pretty funny. I ended up like joining his stream at one point to like stream a little bit with him. And he was like asking me to say hi to them in Chinese, which was really funny because his chat was like going normal. And then he was like, Beasty, come say hi to Chinese fans. And I come and I say ni hao, and the whole chat just like goes like they're like printing, and yeah, so that was pretty cool because for them it's like, you know, they like from at least what I've been told, right? Because Louis had Deepshine was there to translate Louis and to help Louis, so she told me that like people like me in China, and then obviously they like Louis, so for them it was like a cool thing, you know. Then I was at Lash's stream. At some point, I was on Iliona's stream. So yeah, there was AOM guys there too, streaming and playing because there was an AOM tournament. So yeah, I met Baltoon for the first time. I haven't met him before because there wasn't a lot of tournaments. I'm trying to think. But there was like N4C, and then there was like Red Bull, which he wasn't at, and then King of the North I wasn't at. So I met him for the first time. Met Kilardi for the first time. Kilardi, I'm telling you guys, I'm just gonna give free promo to this guy right now. If he does stream, tune into his stream, and I hope he is himself on stream because I mentioned this earlier to start the stream, but he's like unintentionally funny. You know, he's one of those people that he doesn't try to be funny, but he's just funny. And I memed him quite a bit. Obviously, when I cast it, I was like goofing with the whole thing, like he was falling asleep because he's old. And I don't know if I missed anyone. I probably did, but I'm just reading off the names. That's why I read, because I'm old and I forget. So yeah, we were discussing games, you know, hanging out, chilling. We went to eat together a couple of times, and just overall it was pretty cool, you know. People were friendly, people were cool. Yeah, that's it. So, regarding the tournament itself, spoilers, if you don't want to get spoilers. So this was the group stage. So we had 6 players qualified, and then 2 players qualified offline, aka at the event, and that was Mirad and Voldemort who qualified there. And in my group stage, I played against Voldemort. I won 3-0. Demo beat Baltoon 3-1. Then I beat Demo 3-0, so I advanced to the playoffs, which is semifinals. And then from the losers bracket, Demo came through, so he advanced to the semifinals as well. And then in Group B, Louis beat Myriad 3-0, and then had... this series was super interesting to me because I talked to Kilardi after, and I feel like he should have won 3-0. Which is kind of crazy. He just kind of threw the games quite a bit. So, like, it's like Kilardi kept, like, shooting in his dick with, like, a machine gun. And he almost still won. Like, he was just throwing it over and over, and he almost still won. And I think Louis in this one definitely played shaky. And we were, like, here, Louis won 3-0, and everyone was like, okay, Louis cooking, you know, he's doing well. And then when we saw Louis versus Kilardi, a lot of people were like, actually, like, Louis didn't look that good there, so maybe the nerves are getting to him, but, I mean, he won the event, so I guess the nerves did not get to him in the end. But yeah, that was a funny series, and then from the losers bracket, Kilardi ended up beating Meow 3-2 and advanced to the semifinals, where he got butchered 3-0 by me. I mean, Dry Arabia game was kind of like back and forth, I guess. It reached Imperial and stuff, but yeah, it was a 3-0, and then Demo versus Louis was a 3-1. So this is the interesting thing. For this event, I'm gonna be like completely honest as always. I thought I was gonna win the event, and at one point I was pretty confident I would beat everyone 3-0 except maybe, or like 3-0, 3-1 except maybe Louis, where I thought I might drop some games. And I didn't end up practicing at all for this tournament, like off of stream. Like whatever I practiced was on stream, because I also felt like, well, I'm winning these weekly cups, like KPMMs, right? I'm winning them, so I feel like I'm in good shape, and I feel like meta-wise and stuff, I was in good shape, so I kind of felt like I don't need to practice extra, if that makes sense, right? That was my mistake. Obviously, I did need extra practice, most likely, because I did not end up winning the event. But also, in the last few KPMMs, I think it was this... I mean, even the latter hero, right? Like, if you look at these tournaments, like, I won 4-3 here, 3-2 against B, 4-3 against Vortex here. And then in this one, it was 4-1 against Vortex, but also 3-2 against B. So I actually mentioned this on stream 2 weeks ago. Like, I kind of feel like I'm losing like the skill. My skill is decaying from the January practice, and that I'm super close to losing. But I was still confident I was gonna win the event, right? Like if I thought like, oh shit, I should, you know, practice, I probably would have, but I didn't. So the only series I'm gonna go through on stream, by the way, is going to be the finals, because obviously I lost it and there's a lot of questions around it. And I do want to give a shout out to Demo and Kilardi. Demo was like semi-drunk and he beat Kilardi, so yeah, Kilardi is my goat. When I walked over, both Demo and Kilardi had 10 beers, bro. I don't know about that. When I walked to Demo's PC, there was like 5 empty beer bottles, and when I walked over to Kilardi's, there was 1. So I don't know. So yeah, Demo was like chilling and beating his ass. Yeah, this was the situation for a 3rd place match. Yeah. So kick W. So that was funny. They were like memeing each other quite a bit, and yeah, I mean, you guys think I'm memeing, but I ain't. I will say from the get-go, I want to do a disclaimer, because no matter what I say, I'll get hate, so I'm saying it from the get-go. I deserve to lose. I played worse. My opponent played better. Like, Louis deserved to win. Like, I actually never seen Louis play better, by the way. Like, I played Louis a lot online, in practice, in ladder, in tournament. He never played better. Like, he was on point, And there's like a thing in, I mean, it's probably in sports too, but there's like a thing in esports when you're just locked in and everything is going your way. And when I say going your way, I don't mean like luck based, just like you're just locked in. Like every decision you're making is good. Every micro thing you do is good. Like whatever you're doing was really good. Like I never seen him, and not like he this is his best form. It's like if Louis was playing before at like his skill level was like, let's say average was like a 5, his usual skill level was like 8, he was playing like fucking 11. Like I've never seen a micro that well. He wasn't losing like any units or anything like that. And actually it caught me by surprise by, I don't know which game it was, but I was like he is locked in. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, he got the flow. Yeah, that's right. That's what it's called. So, which was really cool to see. Now, in the semifinals, he played against Debu, and he was making a lot of siege. And I actually thought I would be, like, when I saw the siege spamming, I was like, yeah, I'm not going to play those games. I'm just going to all in and just kind of go for it. Which, well, didn't work out. Yeah, he was definitely in the zone. The finals ended up being pretty late. I think we finished at like 12:30 or 1 a.m. or something like that. And I woke up that day at 9 a.m. So I was dead. For the first 3 games, I was in. You know, I just got outplayed, but I was in. Last 2 games, I was out. I was ready to sleep. And you'll see what I mean after, and if you watch the games, you already know what I mean. How do you explain he didn't play that good versus Clarity? Probably because it was his first match on stage. So, you know, he was probably nervous, he was on camera, you know. So, that's normal, I feel like, for the LAN events. Even for people that are experienced at LAN events, sometimes their first matches are very bad. And then they kind of get used to the whole feeling and stuff like that. So the fact that he won the tournament while it being his first LAN tournament is really cool. Because that's a rare thing to happen. Like, usually people need to go to like multiple LAN events in order to do well. Not to win it, but to do well. So, props to him. So this game... Okay, so shortly before I'm not gonna go too into details because I don't want to discover any trade secrets, but before the event, I was kind of doubting some of the civs that I was playing, the way I was playing them, and I wasn't sure if it was correct. Because I had some losses over the past 2-3 weeks in the weeklies where I felt like, that usually works, but it didn't work now. So I wasn't sure if I didn't play it well, or my opponent like found a counter for it and then my style is not good anymore, what I did. You know what I mean? So I kind of had that feeling going into it. And this first game, I got caught off guard because he did go pro scouting, but he went to mass units first. And he already had so many units. Now, what I should have done here, I kind of went on autopilot because I have not played against this variation of like China versus Delhi. China versus Delhi is considered Chinese favorite matchup, but I mean, you'll see what happened. But overall, I felt okay with this matchup if the Chinese player goes for pro scouts and then I do this and then we transition. So my mistake was I went for archer range, which is what you do against pro scouting, right? Because you want to build up archer range. But because he already has horsemen, I should have gone spearman. So at the top level, this is already, like, the decision that I made, this is already terrible. Because you'll see, I wasn't able to get sacred site, like, forever. So if I had, like, 3-4 spearmen now, I can potentially push with scholars to the sacred side and cap it, and he probably cannot fight it because I have spearman, horseman, he has spearman, horseman, but I have healing, right? But because I went archers, there's more horsemen than archers. So at this point, I knew that this wasn't good. Like when I was playing the game, I was like, okay, this is not, like, it ain't going well, right? I'm gonna speed this up because this game is very long. So right now I was kind of like in a position that I haven't been in a while, if ever, with this kind of style of games. So I wasn't sure if I'm ahead, if I'm behind, but I still haven't captured Sacred Site, and he denied me from Sacred Site, and he's aging up. So I denied pro scouting on my side, so I took my deer, he took his deer. But now when I'm ready to take Sacred Site, he's aging up. So the game is looking pretty bad. Like I have more units, but so if I have played against this before, I would know like, oh, he has like no units, I should just attack. But because I haven't played against this before, I go for Sacred Sites because I'm thinking Knights are gonna come. So I need to wall off Sacred Sites so I get some income, which I should have just pushed here while aging up, and I would have probably done really good amounts of damage here because I had so many archers. Look at my army, 55 versus 28. But this is where a lot of it in RTS games comes down to muscle memory, and I'm playing so defensive for someone who has more units, and that's because I just, like I said, I don't have experience in this kind of situation, and I obviously misread it. So now I should have been able to punish this and do something, but I just didn't, and the game kind of turns defensive on me. I age up, and he does this dive, which doesn't end up doing too much. Like I killed 6 villagers, he's killed 3, so it wasn't too great for him. And at this point, I felt pretty good. Like obviously, I felt pretty good about that attack. But this is what I was talking about. Sometimes when you play games, like you have it, as in you know what to do, and sometimes you just don't. Like if I play this game from my home as a regular day, I immediately counter push here. Like 100 million % I counter push. And if you look at the situation, 3 elephants, he's got 13 spears. Like 3 elephants can kill most of his army basically. But because of unexpected opening and because it just wasn't my day, I just kind of play it very meh. Like look, I go back here, don't know why. I'm just like sitting around, I'm walling. Like I could have, look, the whole game I've had more army, right? I've had an advantage. And he's just doing whatever he wants. Look, this side of the map, he's on boar, on berries, I'm not punishing it. And I'm just kind of AFK, right? So look, again, double the army. I'm just like, okay, I'll capture Sacred Site. And even here, like, I could have gone for some kind of engagement, but instead I get blasted with 2 nested peas, which was pretty sad. So I'm gonna times 8 this because this game goes for another 20 minutes. I go for an age up, and well, Louis has had this style apparently, or I don't know if that's his new style or what's going on, but he masses siege to disgusting amounts. Like massive siege. So obviously I've played against siege before, but so at this point I feel like I could have done damage or ended the game multiple times, but like I said, I just didn't move out at all. And now I'm just put in a completely defensive position, and even though I have this big of an army, I just didn't feel like confident taking fights, you know, like at all. So yeah, I think maybe the build, like even looking at this, I thought the game was a lot closer in army supply and stuff than it was, but maybe it was like, because I don't feel like I played bad mechanically this game. You know what I mean? Like I feel my macro and stuff was fine. It's just the decision making was very off. So now I'm getting all my Imperial upgrades, and I'm kind of ready to, I'm like, okay, I'll just do a mega push, you know? And just kind of go with that. Now this Great Wall Gatehouse and the fact that he was mining gold here was very bad for me because the other side of the map felt so far away from me because of this whole area, and I had to go around. It felt pretty bad, so I kind of wanted to break that or do something about it, and I decided to go for the mass Elefanto push. And I made some bombards so I can kill nest of bees. The problem is he also had bombards. So now we're fighting here, but he has 3 bombards, 7 STBs already. And these are clockwork, right? Yeah. These are clockwork bombards, so they got extra HP. Even though I have Imperial upgrades, he just has way more, and I lose 1 bombard. So at this point, I was like, I don't even know what I'm supposed to do. Like do I just keep spamming bombards against this? Or do I, like... Because also he has bombards that kill my elephants, and he has STBs that kills my archers. So I feel like, just with his siege, he just shits on my army, you know? I do a little run by here, because I kind of wanted to trade these out. So I didn't feel too bad about losing them, because I was like, whatever, I'll just remax. And I also dragged this army to the bottom, so that I could push on the top side with Trebs. So still, I felt like mechanically it was fine, and I liked this move that I did. I was like, I'm gonna push through, and I'm gonna push into his farms. That was the plan. I pull my scholars, because my upgrades are pretty much done. So I felt like I might kill him with this push, and then... like, he's just... siege. So I'm trying to, like, pre-split scholars, and I'm trying to switch to Ghazis, trying to target fire the siege, but he just has way too much. I don't... like, I was thinking about just YOLO committing here, but I'm like, that's not gonna work. Like, he has fucking 22 engineers too. So my army just gets absolutely deleted. He makes a keep on the left side of the map, which, yeah, I eventually take down, but at this point I was like, okay, I am actually, I am dead. So I didn't really know how to deal with this army, because I feel like I can't kill this. So villager count, I actually wasn't aware that it is that low for him. I guess I killed I know I killed a shit ton of villagers here, and I know I killed some here, but I actually didn't know they was this bad. Because I was like, he has way too many units for me. And I tried holding here, but again, 5 STBs, 5 bombards. I'm trying to make some mangonels to maybe try and get some good shots or something. But... kick W. I just get sieged to death, and I was genuinely disgusted by this game. Is the best way to put it. And I was like, alright. So, at this point I was like, okay, you know, I knew I misplayed the start. I wasn't really sure where my timing was. I mean, I can see what my timing was now when I watched this, but I wasn't sure where my timing was because... like I said, I haven't had a game like this, so when you play RTS games, the more you play same scenario, if you end up losing the same scenario, you will know what went wrong, right? Does that make sense? At that point, I was like, okay, I don't really know what army I could have made at the end, but I wasn't sure how we got to that point. But now I can see that there was points where I could have pushed. So again, I didn't have it. I didn't have the brain that like, okay, now I can end the game, or now I should push. I just kind of, some people ask me, like, why did you play defensive against Louis? And I can see now what they mean, but in my head, I wasn't defensive. I was just like, I don't know what I was, but I didn't play it because, I didn't play it like that because I was like, I'm going to be defensive, or he put me on the defensive. I just made wrong decisions. You know, that's it. But... like people said, like, why did you play defensive? It's like, in that game, I would have out of 100 games that I would play, probably like 95 of them, I would just continue pushing early on and try to punish his fast age up. But that time I did not, and well, it did not end well. But as far as Imperial goes, I genuinely don't know what army to make there. Like, maybe I make like 10 bombards. So this game was a long one, so I'm just gonna times 8 it. So I picked this map because everyone's been vetoing Nagari the whole tournament. I only played like 3-4 games on this map. But I felt like, okay, if he's vetoing it, maybe he doesn't know how to play it well, so let's just try it and see how it goes. Well, it did not go well. The start was a lot better for him. This first water fight was a disaster. basically what happens is he ends up winning the water, and from here on out, the game kind of goes on where he has fishing, and I go into fast age up, and the game kind of just continues from then on. Eventually, I retake the water. This game, I honestly don't know. Like, I just don't have a lot of experience on this map, so I don't really know if I should have even opened with 3 fishing ships or what the best opener here would be. I felt like I played... The start was bad because of my choice of like what I'm doing. I feel like at this point I kind of came back and I played decent. And then in Imperial, I don't know how to kill mass desolators with Japanese. Like, I died to just like 60 desolators just killing me. So here I went for some rams, got the docks down, and eventually I retook the water. Yeah, I genuinely don't know how to beat mass desolator as Japanese. It was a distraction. It was a distraction. We just got chilling. So here, the map is pretty active. Oh my god. Okay, I thought we were way closer in workers. Holy fuck. Because I'm going in here and I'm like farming the workers here. I thought I was doing well here, which is kind of funny seeing this now. On this side, we're fighting there, we're fighting. Micro pretty shit on this side. But yeah, eventually I take the water, which was pretty nice. I'm gonna times 8, I'm gonna keep times 8, so now I start fighting on fishing ships. He's got no wood, and eventually he loses all the fishing ships. And then I take the water. But the thing is, taking the water at this point is actually not that, it's not as good as having the water early, right? So even though I retook the water, and I killed 42 workers, he already... Did he have multiple TCs or no? Oh, he's in 1 TC, right? So now I start making fishing ships, but because I made so much on water, now I'm losing land. And then you're making fishing ships, but fishing ships at this point are not as good as earlier. So even though I might have more workers very soon, I actually wasn't ahead. So the game was very, like, all over the place, I would say. Yeah, if you look at the worker count, it's, like, I just lost 20 villagers, which are a lot harder to replace at this point than fishing ships. So I crank it up with fishing ships, and soon he's gonna go Imperial. There he is. He went Atabeg Wing, and now he's gonna make Desolators with a lot of HP. And yeah, against this, I've had this situation before on another map with like mass Desolators against Japanese, and I don't know what units to make. I mean, I guess you could make mass hand cannoneers and spearmen, but I didn't have that much gold to make mass hand. I mean, I have now, but once you get upgrades, there's no gold remaining. So he was just fighting in 3 Springle towers, and I was still losing somehow. Which, I don't know if it's funny or sad. XW. So even though I have more workers and more army, I felt I was extremely far behind. And again, looking at this, it wasn't as bad as I thought, but I think I just like I don't know what to call it, like the the killer part of the brain, like you know what to do, you know how to get the win, was just like off for me in the finals. It was just not there. Like if you look at the situation, I shouldn't be this defensive. Like I should be doing run bys. Maybe making rams here. Like, I was just sitting there. You know what I mean? I'm just, like, sitting. I'm not doing anything. I don't know what the fuck my plan is. Yeah, the killer instinct was not there with me. And you can see it in game 1 and 2. It's like, I didn't necessarily play bad mechanically, but it's like I'm raiding, I'm doing stuff, I come back, and then I'm like, okay, now I don't know what to do. Yeah, it's exactly that. It's playing not to lose instead of trying to win. I think that's a very good way to put it. So I'm just sitting here. I don't know what my plan is because I'm gonna run out of gold soon. You know, he's taking over the middle, and I'm just kind of like sitting here, right? So I had no idea if he's ahead or behind or what the situation is. But now he's just making these desert raiders with extra HP. And I was like making archers and Ozutsu and shit to try to combat this. I make a keep. Maybe I was trading better, because I felt like I was trading worse, but maybe I was trading better. Maybe I should have just pushed here. Probably should have. Yeah, maybe I should have, because now I went into the keep and I ended up getting wrecked. So maybe if I just started trading and just kept making hand cannoneers, that'd be good. I don't know. Like right now, kill this. And then I just get, I mean, now he has like biology and incendiary arrows, right? So now he's fucking wrecking my army. And I had, I don't think I even had university. I had no gold to afford any upgrades, so that's kind of a problem, you know? So now he's just blasting my keep. Can't really prevent it. He just goes for a push. And I just call it. Because I didn't, like, now he's making a horseman and I have no spearmen. And even if I made some spearmen, he has enough desert raiders. So I was like, man. GG, let's go next. The next map I won, but fucking hell. Like, all these games are so long. Oh. So yeah, I think in the first 2 games, my brain did not have the how to win button turned on. But mechanically, I was still playing fine. Like, I don't think I was like flipping up my macro or micro too much. You think in this game it just drained you mentally? I mean, okay, I'm gonna be honest. If I played this game on the ladder, I would have just left the game because I can't be bothered with this kind of gameplay. But apparently Louis really loves Siege. Like, really loves Siege. Like, he wakes up in the morning and eats Sprinkled for breakfast, and he fucking chugs a mango now before he starts his day. Kind of vibes. Yeah, I already told her, like, I already said we gotta call him CGMT now. And people at the LAN told me that he took over the title of CG Cutie. And I'm like, yep, I think that's a fair thing to say. Is it on stage pressure? No, like, for me, it had nothing to do. Like, I wasn't nervous. I didn't feel any pressure. I just didn't play well. That's it. Like, I just didn't play regular. And I think, like, I think, obviously, some people will say, like, that's just cope or whatever. But, I mean, if you watch games, and if you watched my group stage matches, semifinals, or any online matches, you know how aggro I play recently. And this game, I was just, like, sitting back the whole time. But it had nothing to do with, like, I was forced into it, like, by some decisions. I just fucking stayed back. And the funny thing is, before the matches started, I was like, I'm gonna go all out aggro, because I didn't want to get into these siege situations. You know, like, I didn't want to end up in these siege wars, because from watching his games, it seemed like that's what he was forcing in, like, almost every series. He was, like, forcing just this map split, mass siege battles. It was very cool to see you play live, even though I didn't speak to you. Besides wishing you good luck, I'm on skill speaking to people I don't know. It was very cool seeing you playing on stage and hearing your thoughts. Thank you. Thank you, brother. I hope you had fun at the event. So yeah, this game, I feel like, so the interesting thing is, I saw him play this matchup against Demo in semifinals. So I kind of knew what the game was going to look like. And when I was watching that match, I felt the mistake that Demo made is he committed too much to horse archers and he didn't make men-at-arms. So going into this, I had, compared to the first two games, I had a clear plan of what I want to do. So decision making wise, this game was good, but he defended a lot better than I thought he would. So like, you can see like he knows how to camp it out basically, right? Like a lot of players would keep their army like here or here or here. This looks like a weird place for the army, but it's like I couldn't harass anywhere. He had 2 towers here with 10 bills. He has his whole army here, and I can't attack anywhere, right? So I think what surprised me the most about his play is I think how well he defended in these situations. Because I always managed to find damage, right? But it was very hard to find damage. And, I mean, okay, here I get in and I kill a couple of more villagers, right? But at this point, I was like, okay, I'm feeling pretty good. And when I watched their series versus demo, I felt like I'm already, like, I'm winning. I'm for sure winning this. And I transitioned to mass men-at-arms. So the idea is I go mass horse archer, get map control, take sacred sites, and then because I watched their series, I was going to capture sacred sites, wait for him to come out, and just mow him down with men-at-arm horse archer, because he wouldn't have enough units to deal with it. I'll just beat him with basically mass, right? Which again, maybe I should have been aggressive already, because his army is fucking tiny. Like, look at my army. But again, the killer instinct was not there. Look at my army. Look at his fucking army. I can gobble this army like nothing. Like, with 14 men-at-arms, he has nothing to kill it. He has, like, 6 crossbows. But the killer cutie was not there, so I feel like my game plan was really good. My mechanics were really good this game, but again, the instinct wasn't there. But I still felt like if I just wait for him here, I'll be able to crunch his army. I'm just gonna speed it up because again, this game was very long. Now he's like making more. He's making springles now, and I just tried to basically not let him decap the sacred side, but eventually he did, because he's just sitting, and now wall empty is coming through as well. So I was like, okay, this is not going the way I wanted it to go, because if I engage, this is gonna go and choke, and then with Janissaries, this is gonna mow down my army. So here I felt like this is probably a good engage. I genuinely don't know how the trades were not better for me. Because okay, well, this is not good, but I thought the trades would be a lot better for me, but he actually had less army and traded better. And now there's towers with springles, and there's walls, and now he's walling the map, and I was like, oh fuck, and I was like, now I'm fucking stuck. I'm stuck in his world now. So I was not happy about that, because now I knew the game cannot be ended, and the game has to keep going, so yeah. Yeah. So now the map is fully walled from both sides, so we have to play on. Yeah, I did so in this game, one thing I did really bad was defending my siege. I lost mangonels multiple times until like 5-6 minutes from now to just Sipaki running in and killing, and I had spearmen. I don't know. I'm just shit. So now I did a bunch of raiding. I sent units everywhere, like to try basically, because he had an immobile army, so what I wanted to do is just harass everywhere so that you know, I just kill villagers and he can't split his army properly and stuff like that. And I was already ahead on villagers. What's interesting is, I mean, I'm seeing it now, right? A lot of these games, he just stays on one town center. Like, he just never adds a second TC, which is kind of interesting. Because that's another thing. I think most players just add a second TC at some point, but he just never does, and he just stays in one. So now there's a lot of raiding on both sides. He kept raiding with Sipahi. I kept raiding him. I kept, obviously, we're trading worker kills, but I'm on 2 TC, so it's not as bad for me as it is for him. So he keeps trying to push through the middle, and because I know he has Omega Siege, I keep raiding to the sides to try to get him to not push through the middle. So yeah. So yeah, now I went Horseman. So this might be, I'll talk about this a little bit. So you might think that going Horseman against Ottoman is bad because of Janissars, but you don't have another choice. And also you had no Janissars. But you don't have a choice. Like, I cannot kill the siege. You know, he has TC in the east. You mean this one that he's just building now? Yeah, he sure has it. So I cannot kill siege with melee units. I cannot kill siege with Strelci. I cannot kill siege with my siege because he has better siege. So you have to go Horseman at some point and just kind of overwhelm and try to catch his siege off guard. But obviously he's just keeping his army together. I'm raiding everywhere. I'm trying to kill these military schools. Yada yada. Again, action everywhere. This was the best game I've played mechanically out of the whole series. And I think my game plan was good. I should have attacked when I had the mass army in the middle and not wait for the sacred side. That was my big mistake. But I feel like after that I made correct decisions to attack from the sides and aggro and all that. So if you look at the worker count, I basically just killed all his workers and I kept suiciding my army into his villagers. So I feel like that those decisions were pretty good. And yeah, multitasking was pretty good. Micro could have been better. So now I kill this keep, I think, finally. I have no spearmen here, so this is just men-at-arms against Sipaki, and of course, in cutie fashion, I just lose all the siege. But he's losing all the workers, which I kind of knew he was probably pretty low on workers, so I was like, okay, if I keep doing this, I'll win. And because I kept doing this, he probably felt he needs to end the game with the army that he has, because he's just bleeding out units constantly. So I see him on the middle, and I know that I have army in his base, and when I saw this, the villagers going here, I knew he's gonna base race. So I knew he's going for it, so I immediately, you can see, I immediately right-clicked. Like, before he even got to my base, like, in a moment, I realized what the situation is, and you can see all these units are moving. They're shift-clicked onto the landmarks. So, having base race like this, it's all about recognizing, like, okay, he's doing it, I need to defend or I'm dead. And I actually just pulled all my villagers, too, to try soak. And I kept thinking, like, wait, where's my landmarks? Wait, where's my landmarks? I'm like, oh shit, all my landmarks are next to each other. So I was like, okay, I need to go. And I get like a surround here, I kill a few siege units, but it doesn't matter because I was going for a landmark snipe anyway. So I end up winning the first game. Wow! Woo! 2-1. Whew. Okay, so in this point, I felt pretty good after that game. I was like, okay, there it is, you know, love that. So I felt pretty good after that. And now, like, I'm not one of those people, by the way, that I'm like down 2-0 and I'm like, oh my god, it's over. Like, in the past 2-3 weeks, I had 3 series that I was down 3-1 and I won 4-3. So I'm not like, oh shit, I'm down out bad. I think at this point it was like midnight, and I mean, listen, people are gonna say it's cope. I don't give a fuck. Sure, I'm coping, whatever. I was dead. I'll be honest, but the thing is, part of playing at the LAN is that, you know, it's being able to play after all the hours and playing while tired and remaining focused. So it's not like To me, I don't see it as an excuse, as like, oh, this is why I lost. I mean, he was also probably tired, right? But he won. So, I think this game, I was like defending well. And I think if you actually look on VOD, because there was a, you know, a camera on me the whole time, you can see the moment when I realized that I didn't have fucking upgrade. So, for those that don't know, yeah, how old is Louis, by the way? He's 22. I mean, I'm 34. You know, yeah. So like I said, I was up for like 14 hours at this point, and I think that honestly, I think I would have been fine. It's just that the previous 3 games were so fucking long. It was like 40-minute, 35-minute, and 44-minute games. You know what I mean? Like, they were just really, not only just long games, they were like very active games. So, I think they just fucking exhausted my ass. So this game, I'm going in, you know, and I'm playing, right? And I'm like, this is it. It's the comeback. You know what I mean? We got it. It's the comeback. This is where it turns. Malian, Pro Scout, because we only had land maps remaining, you know? So I was like, okay, the first game was Lipany. It is what it is. Second game was Nagari. I'm like, whatever. Fuck, I don't play that map, right? Third game I won. And now we have like this, Coastal Cliffs, Himeyama, all the maps that I like. So I was like, I generally thought like, okay, it's comeback time, right? I lost this, but I felt like it's okay because he delayed his pro scouting quite a bit. And I got a lot of deer this game. Like, I got a lot of deer this game. I don't even want to know what the military count is, because I did the same thing, which was just not fucking moving at all. But if you want to know a TLDR of why I lost this game, it's right there. I fucking forgot Feudal Donzo upgrade. I genuinely don't remember when this ever happened to me recently. Like, if you ask me when was the last time this happened, I don't fucking know. I don't know. You know what's funny? I swear, by the way, I was playing the game and I was like, his knights are not taking damage. Like, I remember thinking that while I was playing. I was like, but I didn't think like my Donzos are not doing damage. I was like, his knights are not really taking damage, like when Donzos do the throw or when they hit, right? But what's interesting is, he was never hitting my Donzos, because if he hit my Donzo with knights, I would see that they're losing a lot more HP than they should, so maybe I'd be like notified. I don't even know if he noticed it, because Donzos look very similar in Dark Age and in Feudal Age. So now I'm like, bro, I was feeling good because I took like 5 of his deer, I think, and then I secured my deer. Or maybe I took even like 6 of his deer. So this was like really good start for me. Like, this was really good start. I'm getting my second gold. I'm massing. Look at the unit count! What am I doing? Where's the killer cutie? Look at this! I can just go across the map and make him leave the game. You see that? I could have literally walked across the map and fucking torched his buildings. How much army I have. And part of it is because of all the pro scouting, and he had to go on berries too because he fucking ran out of food. I'm getting my upgrades, you know what I mean? Look, at this point I'm like, yo, I'm pushing. And then I go back. Why? I don't know. Look at this. I just play like a bitch. The whole series. Look at this. And I just go back. His army value is greater. Bro, he had 10 archers versus 10 javelin throwers. What do you mean? And I had like double his fucking night count in Donzos, even more. Well, if they were upgraded. No. So now I'm cow booming. I'm cow booming. I'm cooking. Look at my army, dude. Look at my army, dude. It's so big. I wall the sides. I'm chilling. I need to just stop making units now. Like, why am I making units? I should have... And I still don't know, by the way. I still literally don't know. Look, this is the moment. And this is another moment where I was like, what the fuck? 21 Donzos just threw a spear at the feudal knight. It's a veteran now, but it was a feudal knight and they didn't kill it. And I was like, what? I was like, what? And you know what's funny? Now we start fighting. Bro, these are fucking Dark Age Donzos. 53! Look, I still don't know! Oh my god, it's so painful. Dark Age! And now, look at this. My landmark completes, and I go to upgrade my Donzos to castle. Watch this. So I went from, I got this series to, now I was like, ah, I lost. It's over. It's over. The whole series is over. Beasty's like, where's the upgrade so fast? No, I knew in game. When I went to upgrade Donzos, I saw that it was feudal upgrade. So I knew at this point, like, I was like, ah, I'm out. Like, my brain's out. It's over. It's over. In the finals, it felt like you hit a brake pedal. No, it has nothing. Like, guys, if you're worried about someone or you're like, you think you're gonna lose, you play different. That doesn't usually happen. You play the same. Honestly, the reason I probably played that bad, I don't know the exact reason. I can make assumptions, right? Assumption number one is the killer instinct just wasn't there. AKA, it just wasn't my series, my day, whatever you want to call it, right? Because I think that's one thing you can see in every single one of these games, is me just sitting back and not pushing, right? For what reason, I don't know, but I was just sitting back. Number two, which is the only other thing that I can think of, is that I was just tired, and that's it. And then my decisions were pretty bad. Louis played this HRE so well. I mean, everyone can play HRE this well when the opponent loses 2 villagers to a tower he saw. You know, it's not very hard to do when you're 2 villagers ahead whole game with inspiration. By the way, I never do this, so I never make a tower against HRE. Like, this is a bad defense. And again, as I was building the tower, I remember thinking, like, why am I doing this? He's just gonna tower me. And then Spearman arrived, and I was like, please, no villager. And then I saw the villager, and I was just like, why did I even build a tower? So what you do is because I scouted the tower rush. What you do is you just get enough gold to age up. If he makes a tower here, makes a tower, and then you go in the other gold, make a tower and put a gold mine. That's it. It's like so simple. It's so simple. And I did this, and then I saw a villager, and I was like, what am I doing? Like, what the fuck is happening? So people ask me, did I think the tower was not in range? No, I knew the tower is in range because I clicked on it, and look what happens. Watch this. Watch this. You ready for some extreme gameplay? By the way, watch this. I knew the tower is there. Look, I see the tower. Watch this. This is my vision right now. I see the tower! Watch this. I'm just not moving. I lose the villager. This is the best part. I just lost the villager, and I proceed to not move any of the other ones. And I lose another one. Yep. So, again, like, when was the last time that I forgot fucking Don's upgrading feudal? And when was, I don't know if this ever happened to me, period. Like, maybe if I wasn't aware that the tower was in range, like maybe an up arrow slit tower, and then I lost villager. But when the fuck did I see the tower being in range, and then I just left my villagers there, and I lost not one, but two. Losing is fine, but losing like this sucks. I mean, yeah, it does, but it is what it is. That's why I also told people, like, I think losing is normal. Like, you can't win every game, but losing the this game and last game like that, fucking, it sucked. Like, I was just like, eh. You know. It sucked, but it is what it is. But this game is over, by the way. I think I actually did like an F10 to leave, but I was like, I'll stay because then I'll get harassed because people are gonna say I rage quit or something, or you know, whatever. So I was like, fuck it, I'll play on. But yeah, if this is like a ladder game or even an online tournament, I'd probably just bail. Cause maybe if it's like a, you know, I don't know. It was super over because I think if I'm playing like well and I'm in there, I think this is still playable, but because I knew what the situation was in my head, I knew it's over, you know? Like, I lose a scout there, and that wasn't even a pro scout, by the way. That's just a normal scout running into 4 spears. You know? It's like my third scout that came out just ran into fucking spearmen. I lost a lot of scouts this game. I don't know if I lost all of them, but I lost a lot of them. But, yeah, so this game, he didn't go pro scouting, and I knew what he was doing. Oh, there's another scout there, by the way. I knew what he was doing. He just made a lot of units, and then he aged up and upgraded his units and went in. Like, he was very, very all in, but I didn't really have what I needed to defend it, I guess, so. I think maybe I should have... I was kind of worried he's gonna start massing knights, and I didn't really know his exact unit counter, because maybe in retrospect I could have not gone for the age up and just kept massing units instead. The problem is all my food is forward, as you do. Like, my first berry is here, my second berry is here, my third berry is there, so it's like pro scouting is done, so now I'm out of food. I felt like I needed to age up, but maybe I could have just stayed feudal for now. I'm not really sure. I mean, I did end up killing 5 villagers. He ended up only killing 2 plus 2 at the start, but losing 2 villagers in like 5 minutes is insane. Like, I don't know if people realize how bad of a loss that is economically, but it's like, it's insane. It's an insane loss, so. I tried to do some raids, and he reacted pretty well. Like, he didn't lose anything. Or at least there, right? And I was kind of just like, I fucking hope he does not have enough to age up, because I knew if he ages up, I'm dead, right? So I was like, I fucking hope he doesn't have enough. Then he catches my knights here, but even if he doesn't catch them, it's over. So I'm trying to buy myself time with some raiding and shit. Now I gotta go in the open. I completely missed this, by the way. I didn't even fucking see these units, even though I had a tower. I age up, and then I have too much gold. I have no food. Couldn't even upgrade my units. He goes for a dive here, and yeah. I mean, I think, yeah, he is Omega all in, right? He has no food here. He has berries there. Boar is 700 food, and he has 5 deer here, right? But he is like super duper all in. He's got 1 berry patch basically left. but I couldn't hold, so, you know, doesn't matter. Almost, but not quite. So, yeah. He said he didn't expect the tower can kill 2 villagers. When I went to the toilet, he thought how to play this game. I mean, yeah, I don't think anyone expected I was gonna lose 2 villagers there. But yeah, like I said, it is what it is. Like I do still think he played really well. Like he played the best I've ever seen him play. The first 2 games, I don't like that I lost. I don't feel too bad about, because I feel like the first game I definitely got outplayed in the way of like he did like spear and horseman into pro scout, and I kind of went archer range, which was a mistake. So I don't really feel bad about losing that one. I was like, oh, okay. Like, okay, the game didn't start well for me. I tried to come back, didn't work. Second game, Japanese versus Ibid. I mean, you kind of talked about it. Rus versus Ottoman. I felt like could have gone a bit better for me, but I won in the end. So, you know, win's a win. And then, yeah, the Malian no upgrade and the JD was just, it was just painful. That's it. It sucks when you are competing and you lose the games that way. But to be fair, like another reason why you get to forget these things, or you don't, you know, you forget them, or you don't get an upgrade, is because your opponent is putting a lot of pressure on you. So this is one of those things where the opponent, by playing well, they force the mistakes on you. And like, yeah, I was tired, and that's probably a big part why I forgot the upgrade, but also probably even bigger part is the fact that Louis was like harassing everywhere, right? And I just, because if I had like 20 seconds of just like sitting there, I would have probably seen it, right? But yeah, I think he played really well. Like I think that was his like absolute best that I've seen him, at least. So shout out to him. I think I have a lot better insight, because I do think he changed. I do think he changed his style a bit, like from what I'm used to seeing. Like Louis was never the most aggressive player, but this style with like mass siege is something that I haven't played against him too much. Him doing that seems like it's his new thing, because he hasn't done it only against me, but he's done it against other players too. Yeah, there were already. So I talked about this earlier today on the stream, but you know, there were already people saying he's my nemesis or he's my kryptonite, and I will say he deserved to win the tournament. He played better. I deserve to lose, but we got to see what the future holds. Do you know what I mean? I'm actually really excited to see how well he will do now going forward. Now, I said earlier, I knew I was going to lose at some point, because you cannot just have like 100% win rate. Obviously, it sucks that I had to lose a LAN event. You know, like I would rather lose a KPMM final than lose a LAN event, but it is what it is, brothers. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, we'll see what happens. Obviously, we have KPMM this week, and then we have, I'm assuming, DLC very soon. And with DLC, there's going to be some new stuff shaken up. Right? We're probably going to see more changes other than just the new civilizations that we're having. And I think the meta is probably going to change. And for this tournament, or not for this tournament, sorry, for the past like 3 months, when I practiced with Vortex, like I said, we kind of created our own meta with like pro scouts and timings, which is now the meta, right? But the only 4 people that were doing that was me, Marine Lord, and Annotant, and Vortex, obviously. And I feel like now pro scouting is the meta, but that's kind of what we figured out worked the best for us. And I think in the next like month, we'll probably slowly shy away from that, to where maybe people are going to do some other builds. Maybe people are going to do like later pro scouting. I'm not really sure, but I'm kind of excited to make my own style with the new DLC, whatever that style is, because we don't know how the new civs are going to be, right? Or the new meta. Yeah, that's it. That is it. If you're watching this on YouTube, thanks so much for watching. Shout out to Louis. Congrats to him for winning the tournament. We'll get him next time. Twitch gamers, let's keep going.